Hello everyone. We will be starting in 3 4 minutes. We are just going with the pings now. So yeah. Hello everyone. So we'll be starting in just 1 minute. Till then, I just want to know how many of you are from first, second, or third year of your college. Can you just type first, second, or third in the chat, so that we can get a bit clarity about like what kind of audience we have. Third year. What about others? Third, third. Okay, a lot of folks are from third year. Anyone from first year or second year here? Fourth year. Okay, awesome. I guess we can start now. So, welcome everyone. So, we'll be having our guest today, Arpita Das, who is Microsoft Most Valuable Person, and she is SD at UB, and she is also Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. So, she will be telling us about how to build our perfect resume by which we can get an internship or job. So, without any delay, I would like to invite Arpita here. Arpita, are you there?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, we can start. Yeah. Thank you so much everyone for joining in. So yeah, Arpita, the stage is yours.
Okay. So, hi everyone. So, firstly, I'm very interested about this session because I know placements and internship all those times are near, and I know some of you might be very scared about कि अरे अब क्या resume ready है या नहीं या job मिलेगी या नहीं internship लगेगी या नहीं. I'm actually very interested to host this session here, and it's nice that most of you here are from third and fourth years because this is the peak time when you can crack an internship or get a job. Okay. So I have a very small presentation and I want this to be a discussion. तो मैं कुछ पूछूं तो जवाब देना. I'm just gonna share my screen. Okay. Just share my whole screen वरना वो present नहीं होगा. My screen is visible to you all.
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
Yes.
Okay, okay. It went straight away to the thank you slide. Okay. ठीक है. So resume review. ठीक है. This term is a very coined term and we hear about it a lot. You go to any social site like LinkedIn, you'll see someone going like, "Hi, I'll review your resume." Or you go to your placement coordinators, they're gonna be like, "Hi, we can review your resume," right? But importance क्या है? Like क्यों सबको resume review करवाना है? We're gonna cover that part थोड़ा आज. तो पहले तो resume. What is a resume? Can someone tell me? अच्छा अनम्यूट करके बोल देना because I'm not seeing the Gmail screen at all.
Hello, Arpita ma'am.
Yes.
Fan. I think resume is like a proof of your work where you
Mhm.
showcase what you have done as uh, as a student or whatever you have built your projects. You have worked on some industry projects. Just to show your employer that you can do this, and you have implemented what you've learned.
That is good. Anyone else?
Hello, hello
Hi.
everyone.
Hi.
Ma'am, according to me, resume is something that reflects your personality. That that in brief tells everyone that what you know about technology and what your resume says about your personality.
Hmm. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So both these answers are actually correct. So what happens is when you go for an interview or when you apply to a job, you won't have like half an hour कि अच्छा ठीक है आओ present कर दो खुद को. They'll judge you by a piece of paper. That piece of paper is your resume. So your resume needs to be strong enough to hold all your achievements, all your progress, and highlight every good thing about you. Why is that important? Because if you fail to do it, someone else will do it, and that person will be shortlisted for the particular role that you wanted. Which is why a lot of people emphasize on having a good resume. But ठीक है हम समझ लिया हमने resume क्या होता है. But what are the do's and don'ts? Now I'm not gonna make it boring for you all. ठीक है I'm gonna give you 5 major points, and then we are also gonna work on these 5 major points. So like I saw a lot of people here are in third and fourth year. तो कॉलेज में तो अभी तक बहुत कुछ कर लिया होगा कि ठीक है कोई क्लब होस्ट में कुछ लीड कर लिया, कोई कंपटीशन में पार्टिसिपेट कर लिया, कोई हैकाथॉन जीत लिया. तो ऐसे करते करते बहुत लंबी लिस्ट बनी जाती है इवेंचुअली. बट सब कुछ डालना है नहीं. वी गोना लुक थ्रू दैट अभी. And then another point is keep it concise. Yes. So fresher resumes are recommended to be a one pager. अब उस एक पेज में अच्छे से चीजें एडजस्ट करनी होगी. ठीक है ऐसा नहीं है कि नीचे के वन पेज बोला कि सारा कंटेंट एकदम खौच पौच करके भर दिया. वी कैन नॉट डू दैट. देन relevant links. So irrespective of whatever field you want to go, have a digital portfolio. Now मैं ये नहीं कह रही आप अलग से वेबसाइट ही बनाओ. You can just have a simple LinkedIn account. उसमें start hosting all your work. Let's say like I am a developer, so I have my GitHub. LinkedIn पे I would post about bug bashes or open source commitments. But let's say you're a designer, so you can have an account on any of the designing apps like like Blender. A lot of people I know are working on Blender. So any field you're into, make sure ki you're hosting the work you do there as a portfolio in any of like either on website or in any of these service provider websites like LinkedIn. So have a strong LinkedIn and link it to your resume. Because again कि आप सब चीज़ तो resume में डाल नहीं पा रहे हो. So the recruiter will just click on the link, go to your LinkedIn, and then they can see everything. ठीक है. Then your experience. Okay. So अभी experience तो I think other than internships कुछ है नहीं. So you can add your projects. So something I highly recommend is make very good projects. जितनी अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी सुनने में अच्छी लग रही है ना एक बार ट्राई कर लो. You'll never know कि if it might come out to be a forte. Like that's how I started with Azure. So when I started, I just knew कि ठीक है cloud कुछ होता है. Let's start with Azure. And eventually, I had 3 to 4 projects in Azure. And how does it help? So like I have worked in Azure, so people knew that I'm comfortable in cloud. So that automatically opened me to cloud roles. So today I'm a software engineer. I am also working on AWS, which I started in my internship period here. So once you start exploring technologies, once you start putting them on your resume, the recruiters or the hiring managers, they'll see कि okay ठीक है बंदा explore कर रहा है तो इसको हम और भी risk पकड़ा सकते हैं. And then use as many numbers as you can. So highlight your work. Let's say you hosted a hackathon, and let's say कि उसमें somewhere around 5,000 attendees आ गए, and then you had like 100 speakers and a very good turnout. Make sure आप numbers लिखो. Let's say you win a competition. Let's say MLH के जो init वगैरह जो वो चलते रहते हैं. Let's say you win any of those. Now those competitions, they have like participants in thousands and millions. So if you write the number, let's say you scored third rank in like 2 million participants, that's a big thing. So it prioritizes your work. It shows that okay, you're capable of achieving feats. These are the 5 major points we'll keep in mind while we are making a resume. Till then, I'll just cover a few more things. Yes. So I have done a lot of resume review sessions, and one very common error, grammatical error. मतलब ठीक है आप उसको स्ट्रक्चर करते हो नहीं करते हो बट मेक श्योर दैट whatever you write is grammatically correct. That will play a huge impact because you know sometimes these recruiters they look for tiny things. कुछ भी ऐसा ऊपर नीचे में खटक गया ना they'll be like अरे this person is not careful, the person is not serious, and that might have a negative impact. So yeah, structured information on point and grammar. Now आप जितना भी रेज्यूमे करते हो उसके साथ एक टर्म और उसके साथ फ्री आता है which is ATS. So does anyone know what ATS is? Also, am I going too fast? Can you folks hear me?
Yeah, you are audible. I guess a lot of folks are shy here, so yeah, maybe. But yeah, you are
Yeah,
going
no,
well.
it's going good.
Yeah, Divya.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going good.
it's not good. Okay. So, people, if you don't speak up here, how are you going to speak up in the interview? Because you're also going to have general discussion, group discussion rounds, GD rounds, where you'll be put in with like 15 to 20 people. And what मैं बोलना तो पड़ेगा. So let's start यहीं से ना. Does anyone know what ATS is?
Yes,
Ma'am,
it's
Yeah, one by one.
okay. Mm, may I?
yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if I'm correct or not, but
Mm.
ATS could be a system. जैसे अगर बहुत सारे resumes एक साथ आ रहे हैं तो ATS में एक generalized उन्होंने सारी requirements डाली होती है. अगर आपके resume में वो like check mark होता है, then only you will move to the next step of the selection process, or else you'll be rejected. I don't know if it's right or wrong.
That's right, actually. Someone else also wanted to answer.
Yeah, it's a resume scanning system which ranks the resume.
Yeah, that is actually the easiest way to put it. So basically, what ATS will do is वो keyword scan करेगा. Let's say you apply for a software engineer role. अच्छा, okay, this is a tip that I'll give you all. Whenever you apply to any role, read the job description. Job description में जो keywords है, make sure वो आपके resume में reflect कर ही जाए. सारे कीवर्ड्स नहीं बट जैसे उनको मान लो उन्होंने बोल दिया कि हमें काफका चाहिए एंड अगर आपको काफका आता है तो लिख दो या दे वांट समवन हु कैन डीबग द कोड तो डीबगिंग भी लिख दो सो मेक श्योर कि जेडी के साथ आपका रेज्यूमे थोड़ा तो रेजोनेट करे इन टर्म्स ऑफ कीवर्ड बिकॉज व्हाट एटीएस विल डू इज वो कीवर्ड्स के हिसाब से फिल्टर कर देगा सो अगेन कमिंग टू एग्जांपल लेट्स से सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर का रोल है एंड चलो मैंने अप्लाई किया एंड आई रोट एवरीथिंग अबाउट सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग एंड समवन एल्स आल्सो अप्लाइड बट उसने थोड़ा एमएल इंजीनियर के बारे में लिख दिया. Now the ATS, what it's gonna do is it's gonna take the software engineer wale and it's gonna push them to the next round. ML wale को अपना reject कर देगा. So it's very important that your keywords match the JD. JD is job description. Okay. And okay, so the top 3 recommended tips for ATS. make a simple resume. But then no one's interested in okay, other than the creative sides, people are generally not interested in seeing कि उसका कितना funky डोरी बना सकते हो. Recruiter goes point to point कि experience है, achievements है और क्या क्या आता है, खत्म. उनको नहीं है कि नहीं यहाँ पे एक फ्लावर होना चाहिए था, यहाँ पे और 10 चीजें बना दो. No, keep it simple, keep it professional. ठीक है, label your sections. Yes. Okay, so when we say experience, we generally mean internship experience or professional experience. Your clubs and other experiences fall under volunteering. So make sure that you label your sections right. And I have also noticed this very common mistake people do. So people write their subjects also under skills. Your subjects are not supposed to be your skills. Your skills are something you can practically showcase there. कि हाँ ठीक है, कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियरिंग सबने करी, उसको आप स्किल के अंडर मत ही डालो. लाइक इट्स ऑब्वियस कि अगर आप इंजीनियरिंग कर रहे हो तो मान के चलिए कि ये तो आ ही रहा है. ओके, एंड देन या tailor your resume with keywords. Make sure you have the right amount of keywords. Now before we go ahead, does anyone have any questions? Nahi?
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh, so ma'am, like it's a personalized question. Like मेरे साथ क्या होता है कि I'm pursuing BSc Physics and
Hmm.
now I'm looking towards data science. तो
Hmm.
मैं रेज्यूमे बनाती हूँ, जब भी बनाया है तो उसमें
Hmm.
मैंने सारे टेक्निकल स्किल्स डाले होते हैं, लेकिन
Hmm.
क्वालिफिकेशन में तो लिखा है कि बैचलर ऑफ साइंस फिजिक्स. तो पीपल स्टार्ट क्वेश्चनिंग मी. तो
Yeah.
इज इट टू put my qualification there or it is not required, ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
If you're a fresher now, the companies are gonna ask you for your degree. Like 1-2 साल into your career, no one cares. But freshers, generally they do ask.
Okay.
But I still suggest keep applying. I mean, I have seen cases like these जहाँ पे BE BTech लिखा होता है, but other people from other degrees like BCA have also cracked it.
Mm-hmm.
So if let's say if maybe not in FANG, but if it's a good unicorn or some company like that, and the recruiter likes your resume, they'll offer you the role.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Ma'am, I'm currently in third year and
Okay.
I don't have any work experience. So, should I
Mm-hmm.
leave my work experience section to be empty?
Uh, do you have any volunteering experience?
I'm a coordinator at my college club, nothing else.
So just replace work experience with volunteering experience. Let some kind of experience be there that shows that you are a responsible person and can take up roles. And उसमें volunteering वाली चीजें डाल दो.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Anything else? If you don't have anything, let's go for a live session where we build a resume and see how it goes. So मैंने तो नोवो resume यूज़ किया था. आप लोग को जो फॉर्मेट पसंद हो, जो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर पसंद हो, go for it. I like Novo, so if you folks want to follow along with me, we can do that. तो पहले sign in कर लेना. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Sign in कर लो. Until then, I'll tell you why Novo. So when I started applying, I made with MS Word. एंड वो रिजेक्ट होता गया इधर उधर बिकॉज मुझे नहीं पता था एटीएस का कंसेप्ट क्या होता है. इवेंचुअली मुझे पता चला कि नोवो रेज्यूमे के जो होते हैं वो एटीएस फ्रेंडली होते हैं एंड द रेज्यूमे आई मेड यूजिंग नोवो रेज्यूमे एक्चुअली लैंडेड मी अ लॉट ऑफ इंटरव्यूज. So I generally recommend everyone to try this out. So what you can do is you can go to resume templates यहाँ पे ना, and they offer a large variety of templates. कुछ है pro वाले, so we'll not go for those. अगर minute is slow. चलो ठीक है, we'll start with documents straight away. Okay. अच्छा यहाँ पे like you'll see they have this tip कि CV 5+ years, resume 0 to 5 years. That is because when you're starting out, you don't really have a CV for yourself. Your CV is whatever you did in college, and उसको generally neglect कर दिया जाता है. Okay, so हम लोग resume बनाएंगे, and for fresher resume it is recommended. अच्छा okay, we came to resume templates. Nice. For fresher resume it's recommended कि वो 1 pager हो. So what I will suggest you all is कि जितनी भी आप लोग की achievements है या whatever you want to showcase to a recruiter or to a company, note it down in a text file. Let's say note it down on notepad or MS Word, सारा उसमें लिख दो, and then उसे ना filter out करो. Let's say कि जैसे वो data science में apply कर रहे हो, so whatever is relevant to data science उसको filter out करो, resume में डालो. ऐसे सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग का एक अलग बनाओ. So role specific एक दो resume रखो अपने पास. Okay. So now that we're on templates, so okay, premium wale bhi hai. If anyone is interested to buying it, you can do that. I never did. I'll just pick one template. Okay, before I pick one template, I'll just show you my resume. This might help. Yeah. So this was the resume I made, which ended up landing a lot of offers. कुछ नहीं है, you just put your name, you put a headliner. So headliner can be the roles you're aspiring for. जैसे I wanted to be a backend engineer, full stack. मैंने अलग अलग तोड़ के डाल दिए थे तीनों, because everyone is not hiring full stack. कुछ लोग फ्रंट एंड चाहते हैं, कुछ लोग सिर्फ बैक एंड चाहते हैं. So again, it's a game of all keywords. So make sure the keywords are present. Then you link your resume, email, LinkedIn. So I'm active on Twitter भी थोड़ा बहुत, so that, and GitHub if you're a developer. Education apparently is important if you're a fresher, because companies want to know, they want to know your background. ठीक है. Projects, okay, so right now I started as an SDE, but now when I was applying I had 4 projects here. So make sure you have at least top 3 to 4 projects and you know those thoroughly, because the recruiter is gonna grill you about it. So I had one project here which I don't have it anymore. So anyway, I had an Azure ML project there, and मैंने सिर्फ Azure का काम किया था, उसमें ML का इतना काम था नहीं मेरा. And the recruiter asked me every possible question about ML. So make sure whatever you put on your resume, you know it. Because अगर आप answer नहीं कर पाए, that puts a very bad impression. So add your top 2 to 3 projects, and then you go to work experience. Work experience, again, if you have an internship, it's well and good. If you don't, add volunteer experience. So यहाँ पे है मेरा. Now the thing is, my volunteer experience is only one liner because I had work experience. If you don't have work ex, volunteer experience में bullets डालो 3-4 कि like क्या किया आपने, कितना impact आया, पहले के comparison में कितनी growth हुई. So highlight every possible achievement you can using numbers. Okay. Then you put down your skills. Skills are the technologies you know, and when I say you know, make sure you know, because the recruiters, they'll ask you any random thing, any possible basic thing. It's not कि नहीं बस कोडिंग करो नहीं, वो आपको फंडामेंटल्स पे भी ले जाएंगे कि अच्छा नहीं ये ऐसे था तो वैसे क्यों नहीं था, और how is one technology different than other. Make sure you have those answers to yourself. Then you can write down your achievements, certificates. Acha, do certifications. Make sure you have at least 2 to 3 good certifications. I'm not talking about the Udemy or Internshala training. Nahin. Get certified from Microsoft or Azure, Amazon, any field you like, but credible certifications which can be verified by the companies, because they will.
Arpita, like I guess your screen, the resume which you are showing is not
Yeah.
visible. I guess your resume, the
Oh, it's not.
templates are visible.
Oh, just give me a minute.
Thanks, Satakshi, for pointing it out.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, thank you. Um, can you see it now?
Yes,
Can
it
someone?
is visible now.
Okay, okay, okay. I think something like this happens. So jaldi point out kar dena, because I'm not seeing the chat either. Okay, I'll just go again. So how you start with your resume is you write your name, and then you put a headliner. So headliner, in my opinion, what I suggest is just jot down the roles you want to apply for. जैसे मेरे केस में था कि I wanted to be a cloud engineer or a backend engineer. तो मैंने सारे ही लिख दिए और जिसको मैं eligible थी. And okay, some people have asked me this before also, so I'll repeat it. Why have I written all three, back end, front end, full stack? Because sometimes the companies are not hiring for full stack. They just want a back end or a front end. So just to have the keyword on your resume, you can write it down. Next, coming to the links. So yeah, email, LinkedIn, GitHub. And since I was active on Twitter also because of the whole MVP thing, so I added Twitter. But if you have some other account, let's say Dribble or any other blogging page or Medium accounts, a lot of people have Medium accounts here. You can add links to that also, because people, the recruiters, if you, let's say if you pass the first round, the second round recruiters want to verify your work. So it would be better if you could add on links. Then education part. So since you're a fresher, it is recommended that you add education. So make sure you have your degree. Did anyone?
Arpita's Abbas is asking which template it is exactly.
Which template it
Like
is
the name
exactly?
of, yeah, the name of the template maybe.
Acha. Okay, we will come to that. I'll come to that.
Yeah.
It is not an exact template, it's a very modified template. I did not like any template there. But we'll come to that in the hands-on session. Abhi, I'll just brief you about my resume so that you can like add a few parts of it into yours. Then projects. So since you're starting out and you don't really have a work experience, people, recruiters, companies, they expect you to have good projects. So make sure you put top 3 to 4 projects and that you know everything that is being done in the project. Because like I said before, अगर कुछ ऐसा पूछ लिया जिसका जवाब आपके पास नहीं हुआ और ऐसा 2 3 बार हुआ, it puts a very bad impression. So make sure you know inside out of your project. And I generally follow a pattern is I give a description, I write the technologies, and then I add a link. Let's say we presented at Microsoft Student Developer Day. So what you can do is again same thing: description, technologies, link. The link can be a GitHub link also, no issues. Then comes your work experience. If you don't have work experience, you write volunteer experience. And since my resume was getting very full, I have not described my volunteer experience. If you lack work experience, make sure you add bullets to volunteer experience. जैसे मेरे केस में क्या था, आई वॉज एन MLS है, तो उसके ऊपर 5 6 पॉइंट्स लिखते हैं, क्या किया, कैसे इम्प्रूव हुआ, क्या चेंजेस आए, क्या जीता. सो हाईलाइट ऑल ऑफ द. देन स्किल्स वाला सेक्शन आता है. राइट द स्किल्स यू कॉन्फिडेंट इन, कि अगर बंदे ने रैंडमली कुछ पूछ लिया तो आपके पास जवाब हो. You know how integrating it works, you know how you can build scalable things using it. So somewhere or the other, things you're efficient in, prioritize those. Achievement certificates, yeah, certificates कर लेना. Okay, now I'll just roll back to the other screen. अभी तक कोई क्वेश्चन है किसी को? पूछ लो सीधा. Okay, no questions.
Is career objective is necessary for freshers?
Is what?
Career objective is necessary for freshers.
Career objective. Could you define career objective to me?
That is meant like in most of the resumes, it's mentioned on the top, the objective.
Oh, अच्छा, like that. Huh. The objective, like I said, in my case, in that particular objective or headliner section, I wrote the roles I wanted to apply to. So either you can write a two-liner summary, which a lot of people do, or you can just write the roles you want to apply to. Because ek to that will help you with ATS. Secondly, the recruiter will know that you have interest in more than one role. Do we have any other questions?
Hello, ma'am.
Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Ma'am, hello, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah, yeah,
I am a
go.
person that I have a variety of interest. Like I am interested in technology as well as finance, as well as leadership roles,
Hmm.
communications, and like variety of interest. So if I put all my interest in my resume, then it gives the impression that he is not focused or he has variety of interest, but he is not master of all the interest. Or it
Hmm.
reflects that it is a good quality that he has all the roles. He likes a variety of interest.
Okay. So if you have
So
interest
if
in
you have
multiple,
interest in multiple,
I can hear my voice
I
again.
can know. So
Yeah. Okay. So if you have interest in multiple domains, make multiple resumes. That's the first thing that I suggested, because let's say you're interested in finance, a whole tech-based resume will not get your finance role. You can add segments of tech to the finance resume. ठीक है. जैसे जैसे वही चीज़ है, जैसे मान लो आपने पूरा अच्छे से रेज्यूमे बनाया टेक का फॉर सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग, उसमें आपने कुछ फाइनेंस की चीज़ें डाल दी कि नहीं मैंने सप्लाई चेन का भी देखा है थोड़ा बहुत, एंड मेरा क्रिएटिव एंगल भी ये है थोड़ा बहुत. तो मेक श्योर इट इज़ थोड़ा बहुत, इट डजंट कवर एवरीथिंग. So your resume should be focused on one domain with segments of other domains. Did you get it?
okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, that's great.
Someone is asking like how many skills we should mention in our resume. Like, is there a limit or
Hmm.
what should be ideal number?
There is actually no ideal number, but mention the skills you know. Because I have seen people who mention a lot of skills, say 10 to 20, and दो तीन चीजें ही आती है. Don't do that. Mention anything and everything you're comfortable in, you're confident in. कि चलो कि अगर 10 क्वेश्चन पूछे तो कम से कम 7 के जवाब तुम दे दो. And also make sure that you mention at least two programming languages. Like in my case, it was C++ and Java. It can be anything for you. So those programming languages and other technologies.
Okay, makes sense.
So abhi now, I'm just gonna start with a random way. Let's go with this. So the one thing about no resume I like is it lets you customize your resume. No, we cannot go with this. Wait, let me try.
One question I do have, like, what do you prefer more, like the one-sided resume or two-sided, like Empire? Exactly.
Okay.
Like the
So, hmm. So both the resumes are actually fine, but it is recommended that you don't add tables to it.
okay. But don't you think like if we have a two-sided resume, so there will be more white spaces in between?
No, you should have okay. You should have content to fill the white spaces, just enough that it doesn't look congested. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I showed my resume, you'll have white spaces, but it should look neat, and it should not have too much of white space.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, also, I cannot delete this one. I just deleted it. Meanwhile, if anyone has any other questions, we can go with that. I'll just pick a template which should be good for you people. This one. Okay, it's leading us here. Never mind. Fine. So the first thing, okay, whether to add pictures or not, honestly, it doesn't really matter because during my placement season, we were asked not to add pictures. During the current placement season, my juniors have been asked to add pictures, and it is pretty much the same. So if you feel like you want to add your pictures, go ahead, do that. I do not like it. Short and engaging pitch. This can be a one liner or two, not two. Make sure it is a one liner bio if you want it to be there. I again do not like it. Because any of the bio things that you want to add, you can just add it to your LinkedIn and then you can link your resume to your LinkedIn. So if anyone is interested in knowing more, then just go to your LinkedIn and see. Okay, so here, okay, we have my name and then we can add a title. Let's just say I'm adding SD right now. But when you add it as software engineer. I added a software engineer. Okay. Let's say I go with software engineer. And here you can add the roles you're interested in. Then comes your education. So let's go with tech. I am from VIT. Dates. Okay. Make sure you present your date of graduation there. Even if your degree is ongoing, just write your date of graduation there because there are times when a recruiter has questions like when does the degree actually get over. So it's better if you mention it. So I'm just gonna write some random date here. It's a 2024. Okay. Then you can write your course GPA, whatever is important. So GPA is generally not important, but if you are a part of campus placement or if you go for very specific kind of roles, there they might have some GPA restrictions. Other than that, it's not really much important. I'm gonna write CSE here. That's it. And if you want to, okay, if you want to elaborate or focus on any of the subjects you have interest in, please write it here and not under skills. Then we will come to work experience. Okay. Mm, do I have? Yeah. So, like someone said that they don't have a work experience, what do we do? We change it to volunteer experience, and then we give it a position. We can mention the clubs we were a part of, and then you can Write your achievements, task, accomplishment, anything, all positive things and everything in numbers. Let's say you ranked one, let's say your club ranked one, anything like that, anything that creates impact, and dates and all of that can be added. Similarly, with skills, you can add any number of skills, but add only those you're confident in. Personal projects. So, okay, let's say we have a personal project, CHF. Now, description of achievement. So, what I generally do is I write one liner description. Let's say my project deals with alphabets. Okay, Right. Do not let me add the point. Yeah. Then there should be a link. Let's say you link your GitHub there, and then you can add the technologies you worked on, because that would emphasize on your skills. Let's say you add a skill here. Let me add just C++ here. Okay. And now the recruiter is going to be curious. Like, ठीक है आपने लिख तो दिया, but आपने use कहाँ किया है? So if you add it to any of your projects which you've actually worked on with, अब if the recruiter sees it, then उनकी नजर जाएगी कि अच्छा जो skill लिखा है उसका implementation भी है. So initially when you put the skills, you should have a little bit of implementation for it. Organizations, not relevant. Certificates again, add your certificate name, link them, languages, interest. Okay. So people generally miss out on the interest part, and I'll tell you why it's important. So one recruiter actually once told me that they get so bored of seeing identical types of resumes all in one specific domain, they don't find anything that stands out. So if you have interest in say cooking, gaming, or if you have good curricular activities, that is going to make you stand out, because end of the day सब लोग एक ही रोल में अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, almost same ही tech stack है सबका. So you have to stand out in a bit different ways. So in my case, my interests had gaming, so I remember having good gaming discussions also with the recruiter. So you need to add things जिस पे नजर जाए लोगों की. Do you have any questions अभी तक?
We do have two questions in the chat. Like,
Yes.
would you prefer one-sided resume for freshers if they don't have much content to add to it? I guess you have answered it, but yeah.
Yeah, if you don't have content, then उसमें फिर two sided बनाने का point नहीं है ना. The reason people go for two sided is वो एक साइड में fit नहीं हो पा रहा है. अगर आपका fit हो जा रहा है fit कर. There should not be too many empty spaces in your resume कि वो दिखे अलग से कि अच्छा नहीं, जैसे ये वाला है. This looks empty on certain points. ऐसे वो नहीं दिखना चाहिए कि अच्छा खाली है खाली है खाली है. You should have content to
Mm.
cover the खाली space.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, Rishabh.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, does orientation matters? The page orientation, like this page is in portrait mode, so it can contain the minimum amount of details, right? But what if we make the resume in landscape orientation, so it can contain more and it might have much space for us to, you know.
Have you ever seen a resume in landscape mode?
I have not seen, that's why I was asking, can we make it like, is it right or not?
I mean, you can try it. Even I have never seen a resume in landscape mode. The recommended one is you make a portrait of it. You can try it and see what happens.
Yeah, like only tech skills and your experience matters, right? And
No,
in
no, no,
landscape,
no, no. When you're starting out as a fresher, your projects, your certification, your skills, everything matters. Down the line, 2, 3 years later, only experience and skills.
yeah, I mean the content in your resume matters, right? So
Yeah,
I don't think the orientation would matter that much.
I will recommend a portrait resume, but you can try the landscape one and see how it goes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
More than content, like ATS matters too, I guess.
Yes.
So,
Your
Shraddha
content
is
needs
asked,
to be ATS friendly.
yeah. Shraddha is asked, what should I add as an experience for internship resume?
Do you have any work experience, Shraddha?
No.
No. Okay. Add projects. Make good projects in the field you're interested in. Add links to those projects, and at least top 3 to 4 good ones that you have built. assuming you're in third or fourth year by now.
Okay.
Or
She has.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, if you folks are just starting out, like those whose second or third year has just started, you can actually do a random internship from Internshala to get some hands-on, and that can come in your internship section because I know there are internships which go on for like 2 to 4 months. So you'll get some exposure, you'll get some hands-on, and you'll get something for your resume also.
She has asked that could Salesforce certification be added in the resume?
Yes,
It
of course.
depends.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's actually good.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the domain, but if I'm assuming since she said Salesforce and this is going techie, so if it's a tech sided, yes, go for it. I will not recommend Udemy certifications because everyone has it. And if there is something which is common in all resumes, then yours will also be a part of that group. You need to stand out.
Ma'am, I have heard a lot of myths like people say भाई website बना के उसका resume उस type में दिखा.
Uh,
Is it good or we should go this document type resume?
देखो, when you're applying to the companies, na, you will have to give the document. So that is why I said you make a document type का resume like इसी format का एक resume बनाओ. इसमें आप अलग से links डालो. I'll just share my resume again. Yeah, you can see my resume, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So document type का बनाओ. उसमें जैसे मेरा LinkedIn था, मेरा GitHub था, उसको वहाँ add कर दो. So if you want to make a website or a web portfolio, it's a good idea. It can also be a part of one of your projects. But उसकी link यहाँ add कर देना. उसके थ्रू अप्लाई आप हर जगह नहीं कर पाओगे.
Hmm. Okay.
So do we have more questions?
I guess no.
No? Okay. Okay, so I was sent two resumes जिनको review चाहिए था. I think I'm gonna do that now. Also, whatever I say, do ऐसे दिल पे लेके मत बैठ जाना. Consider it a suggestion or advice and improvise on that. Okay. So I was going through this. Rishabh, are you on the call?
Yes, ma'am. I am.
Uh, what is this QR for?
Ma'am, it's my Linktree QR code.
अच्छा. Okay.
मतलब टू मतलब स्पेस कम करने के लिए मैंने क्यूआर कोड डाला और 10-12 लिंक्स डालने के बजाय एक क्यूआर कोड.
Makes sense. I'm not sure if a recruiter is gonna scan the QR code and then go.
Yeah, I also I was going to ask like QR code, putting a QR code is a good idea or not? Like, yeah, it's
It's
look good, but
it's a hit and trial case because it's not a common practice.
yeah.
So what you can do is you can just add the link tree के links यहाँ पे. You can shift the QR code यहाँ पे. Let it be a small side में कि अगर curiosity हुई तो they'll check. वरना
Mhm.
links रहने दो कि वो click करके जा पाए. Because trust me, HR department is very lazy. वो extra मेहनत नहीं करेंगे.
Okay.
Okay. So web developer. Okay. Okay. ये जो आपका यहाँ पे बायो लिखा ना आपने इसको और छोटा करो. इसको एक लाइन में फिट करो जिसमें सब चीजें कवर हो जाए. And when I say एक line, I mean space wise एक line. Because
Okay.
again, no one is gonna sit there and read the whole thing. They'll look for keywords. जैसे यहाँ पे आपका कीवर्ड क्या था? Creating ठीक है, कुछ creation का है, कुछ intuition का है. Add थोड़े और keywords.
Hmm.
Okay. What is this?
Ma'am, it was an registration form to the exam registration form where before exam the students fill the form for the.
Okay. Why is it an experience?
Ma'am, because of this, I learned about the backend part of the web development.
Okay, so things like these they go in projects. So you developed something, you learned something, and it's great that it's being marketed and used, utilized. But
Yeah,
this is a
ma'am, I
project.
didn't have any work experience, so that's why I put it my projects in the experience section for showcase how what I have worked on.
Don't do that. Make a separate section for projects.
Okay,
Okay, and like this core team developer, this can go under volunteering experience. You can make another section volunteering experience. There you can add this and um add it in the format like I said before. Like you have description, one liner description, technologies, things you're working on, and a link so that the proof of work is visible. Don't add it as a bada sa one liner.
okay,
And
okay,
similarly for these, अच्छा make the resume in bullets. पैराग्राफ मत लगाओ कहीं पे भी. जैसे यहाँ पे दो लाइंस हो गई ना, बुलेट कर दो उसको.
okay.
Hackathon contestant. This will actually go under extracurricular. The solution challenge वाला जो part है.
Um,
So,
Okay.
okay. Experience is something now which you are committedly working towards as a member. As a member, as an employee, जैसे internship में आप intern हो, मैं employee हूँ, अभी club के इसमें you are a coordinator or a team developer or something. So something you have like signed up as a contract to work for that goes under experience. Now, if it's a proper internship and all, it goes under work experience. One night goes under volunteering experience. Okay. Anything
Okay.
other than that helped you learn or develop your skill goes under projects. And all of the extracurricular thing उसका एक अलग से extracurricular या co-curricular कुछ ऐसा section बना के उसमें डाल दो.
So, ma'am,
Yeah.
till now I didn't have any work experience, like any internship or anything else. So, instead
Hmm.
of experience, I should have written projects, right?
हाँ. This पहला वाला will go under projects. Second वाला will
Okay.
go under volunteering experience. Third वाला will go under co-curricular. तो देखा जाए तो you have all the four sections बस उनको segregate करना है.
Okay. So, what
And you
was in my mind that I have worked on something, so I got some experience from that.
hmm,
So that's why I included it in the experience section.
I understand that. That's very genuine. But like अभी आपका जो resume है, I don't see any project here. So I'm gonna question you where are the projects.
Yeah.
So that's why just segregate
Okay.
section wise उसको अच्छे से अलग कर दो. And I see you're in your second year only अभी. So just if you're free, you can just pick a random internship from Internshala or something related to web development. Work on that. Again, Internshala internship 2-4 महीने की होती है. You get थोड़ा hands on. You understand what technologies you like, and it goes under experience. And that is a work experience.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so you can do that. Contact is fine. Okay. Do you have a LinkedIn? I'm guessing you have a LinkedIn and all of that too. Just extract the whole thing here. And okay, so अभी जैसे आपने skills में आपने domain लिखा है. डोमेन के साथ टेक्नोलॉजी भी लिखो. यूआई यूएक्स अगर कर रहे हो तो व्हाट इज द टेक स्टैक, व्हाट आर यू यूजिंग?
Ma'am, UI UX I put it as like जो वेबसाइट डिजाइन में जो यूआई और यूएक्स यूजर एक्सपीरियंस लगता है उसके लिए मैंने डाला था उसको.
बट आप क्या यूज कर रहे हो, कौन सी टेक्नोलॉजी है वहाँ पर?
लाइक आई डोंट नो मच अबाउट योर यूएक्स बट मुझे क्या लगता था कि वेबसाइट जो डिजाइन हम करते हैं
हम्म.
that which user sees is the UI. So UI
या
designing के लिए I use Figma and other
हाँ.
designing
तो
tools.
हाँ, सो डू दैट. जैसे यहाँ पे आपने फिग्मा का अलग बुलेट बनाया है ना, इंस्टेड ऑफ
Hmm.
दैट इफ यू वांट टू राइट डोमेन आल्सो यूआई यूएक्स फिर हाइफन लगाओ, फिर वो
Hmm.
टेक्नोलॉजीज लिखो. जैसे फिग्मा हो गया. I don't know much about UI UX. I'm gonna come to web dev. Web dev लिखा
Okay.
आपने hyphen लगाया. You go with React JS, Ruby on Rails, HTML, CSS. So whatever technology you're using for the domain, make sure you mention that also. If you're mentioning the domain, वरना सीधा technology लिख दो.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Yes, so that's all I have for this resume. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am, everything is has got cleared now. I now have
Uh,
much more insight about how to make a resume. So thank you for that.
No worries. For the education part also ना, make it थोड़ा synchronized अभी. जैसे बीटेक फर्स्ट लाइन में करो, डिग्री सेकंड लाइन में करो, कौन सा ईयर है उसको थर्ड में, कॉलेज का फोर्थ में. जितनी चीज़ों को बुलेट्स में ला पा रहे हो ना, उसको बुलेट्स में ले आओ. स्ट्रक्चर बनाओ उसका एक अच्छा.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And I have one more resume.
I guess
If I,
Dhanisha is not here. So I have sent you a resume on your WhatsApp. You can just check it.
uh,
Someone has
wait,
sent me just right now. So
wait. Meanwhile, if
if
anyone has,
any one of you, uh,
go.
if you have any doubts or something, you can just ask. Or if you want your resume to get reviewed, you can just send that resume at the mail ID I have mentioned.
Should we add a 10, 12th marks or just graduation is enough? Like, should we add the education of 10th and 12th
Hmm.
and then graduation, or just graduation is enough?
Just graduation is enough. Unless a recruiter specifically asks you, just graduation is enough. But it
Okay.
again, there's no harm if you add it. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, so if in my resume it has
Hmm.
only objective, education,
Hmm.
project, and skills,
Hmm.
what should I need to add?
Experience.
Okay, and in experience part, what are the things that I can add? Like like you
Okay.
told right now.
Yeah, so you can add volunteering experiences, or if you can get some work experience, you can add that. Which, like, I'm guessing you're a part of some club, some college club, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was.
so you can.
But
Tell me.
for example, let me tell you, I was a graphic designer head for my mental health club, right?
Hmm.
But I am like approaching for Android development goal, so like a role, and or like in software engineering something.
Hmm. Hmm.
So is it okay to add design role in volunteer experience?
Yeah, see, given right now, when you don't have anything, it's okay to have a head start. If you
Okay,
land something related to software engineering, then you can add that. But for now, the person needs to know that you're capable of doing something. So for that, you can
okay,
add the design role. And you can
okay,
also tell them, like, see, we need designs to build a product. So
right.
somehow design and product need to work together. So you have
Yeah,
some experience
definitely.
of that.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So Divya, you're on call.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, your name is there. Make sure the links are a bit justified, like equal distance and equalize with the margins.
Okay.
CGP. You can remove the first year, second year part. You can just put the aggregate, total aggregate. 10th, 12th again optional. Work experience. Okay. So for your work experience partner, add teen char or bullets. Like, ठीक है, you were a Python trainer, that's great. But how many people did you train? What impact did it have? How many people reached to you after the training thing ended? So any numerical impact that you can highlight here, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay, skills and interest. Skills and interest को ना ऊपर कर लो. Like after your links, put skills and interests, and then your work experience. Education को एकदम नीचे ले आना.
Like at the end?
Yeah, like at the end. Is your resume a two-pager? Okay, we'll have to remove a lot of things. Technical, advanced data program. Data structure algorithms is not exactly a part of technical.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, so you can remove that. What is window environments?
Like they ask you about the environments which you work on, like Linux, Windows, and all.
You don't have to add that. Also, that can play a negative role. Let's say you are applying to a company. Let's say you're applying to Apple. So they're gonna remove you with this key. No, we don't work on Windows. We have Mac OS, and Mac OS is the whole
Yeah.
Linux ecosystem. So get rid of this. You can add it as a part of your projects that you've worked on Windows environments, but don't put it in technical.
Okay.
Instead of advanced Excel, you can just add advanced Office, because
Okay.
if you know Excel, I'm guessing you know PowerPoint and Word and all of that too.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, so you need to maintain a system here. Let's say जैसे देखो यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग में द पी एंड एस बोथ आर कैपिटल. यहाँ पे कंटेंट क्रिएशन में सी ये कैपिटल है ये स्मॉल है. तो उसकी कंसिस्टेंसी बिठानी पड़ेगी आपको. तो सब में
Okay,
कैपिटल
okay.
में स्मॉल है.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of projects, which is very good. Make as many good projects as you can. Also, I think you might have to remove a few projects here sir, because your resume is crossing one page. For fresher resumes, make sure it's one page. Oh. तो
Okay.
देख लो जो भी टॉप थ्री है उनको रख लो. And again, I'll also suggest the same thing. Description one liner, technologies one liner, link खत्म. उसके ऊपर किसी को कुछ पूछना है तो वो आपसे इंटरव्यू में पूछ लेगा. You don't have to put everything in your resume.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay. Programming achievements. Write it as achievements. Don't write it as programming achievements. Okay, that's great. हाँ, so we can change it to achievements and अगर कोई non tech achievements भी है उसको भी डाल दो यहाँ पे. Because like I
Sure.
said, अभी अगर मैं ये बाकी तीनों resume भी खोल दूँ ना सब में ये दो तीन चीजें common मिल जाएगी कि hackathon में participate किया ये जीता वो जीता. What stands out? Make sure you have थोड़ी अलग achievements भी जो stand out कर पाए.
Okay.
हाँ, this is good. So you just need to adjust your resume to one page, reduce some content, and thoda structure it. What night looks good.
Yeah, and yeah, like someone suggested me to categorize the skills on the basis of your like how skilled you are, like beginner, intermediate, or
I will not actually recommend that, because it's not necessary, and the recruiter doesn't have to know. Let's say कि आपने यहाँ पे चार skills लिखी है, मान लो चलो C++, HTML, JavaScript, Python, ठीक है? And now चलो आपने लिख दिया Python beginner है, so the recruiter might even skip it and go to other skills and then question you about it. But back of the head, they'll make a note कि अच्छा Python beginner है. If you don't write it and you can answer some questions, like I said, if you can answer even 7 out of 10 questions, you're good to go. Okay, so
but like, is it good? Uh,
yeah,
yeah, is it good to mention the things that you are learning, like you have just started with those technologies or anything?
if you think you'll be able to do it fast enough, you can. But don't.
Okay.
Don't add anything you don't know. Like I see you've added TCP IP here, and
Yeah,
I'm hoping
actually, I
you
wanted to mention that only. Like I have just started with that.
okay because बहुत hard
And
grill हो जाओगे इस
yeah,
topic
today
पे.
only I was updating my resume, and so yeah, I mentioned it. But I'm like I've just started learning it.
Adding TCP IP as a skill is a very vast concept. So if you're adding it here, make sure you know utna about it. But now make it a part of your projects or someplace else. कि उतना ज़्यादा ना grill करे. Whatever you put in this section ना उसके पीछे पड़ जाएंगे.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So that's all. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Anything else that I should mention? Anything?
No, this looks good to me. As a fresher resume, this is fine. एक बार
Like
थोड़ा
yeah.
skills पे देख लेना.
Sorry.
Make sure it is ATS friendly.
Okay. Yeah. I use the Word document. Now I will shift to the that template.
Yeah, I'll recommend that because something I saw last year during my placement season, the Word document was not really much ATS friendly. So it's better you shift to like no resume or overleaf or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. So any more questions, anyone?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, Dhanisha is here. Dhanisha, do you want your resume to get reviewed?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do that.
Someone is asking. Wait, let me just find it.
Okay.
Should a resume send through their company's email? How to send resume to companies?
Okay, so like you want to email your resume to companies. In that case, you'll have to email your resume to the HR. So, like, go on LinkedIn, search for the company, then search for the people in HR department of that company, take their email IDs, and then you can draft a good message, like who you are, what role interests you, and then you can email it. And generally it is recommended that when you are doing so, they should have open roles that interest you. मतलब ऐसे मत बोल देना कि नहीं देखो कि मतलब ऐसा मुझे इंटरेस्ट है डेटा एनालिटिक्स में, बट आपका जब रोल खुलेगा तब मुझे बता देना, ऐसे मत करना. गो टू द करियर साइट, चेक करना रोल है या नहीं है, रोल आईडी वगैरह वो सब लेके फिर मेल करना अच्छे से. डज दैट आंसर द क्वेश्चन?
I guess yes.
Okay, so Dhanisha,
Yes, ma'am.
let's get rid of this curriculum vitae from here. We don't need it.
Okay.
And you'll have to shift your resume to a ATS friendly one because
या
this,
आपने सेशन के शुरू में बोला था कि डॉक्स इज नॉट. या.
yeah, and this is a 3 pager, तो आपको एक तो वो 1 pager करना पड़ेगा. एंड
हाँ हाँ.
जितने लिंक्स हैं आपकी ना ये सब ऊपर जाएंगे. Like
ओके.
right after you do this part na, your name,
हाँ.
remove your address. Your address is not required. Your
ओके.
name, number, email ID, and then all those links.
श्योर.
Okay. Now the about me here is not like the about me on LinkedIn. When it's on your resume, it's supposed to be word by word specific to a role or to a technology. So if you're writing these paragraphs, you can add it to your LinkedIn. यहाँ पे make a one liner about whatever role you're interested in and how you can be good. Or just remove the section. Like in my case, I removed it.
ओके.
Okay, now skills. Again, machine learning is the domain you're interested in. Which technology of machine learning do you know? You need to mention that.
Okay, so like I am working in machine learning, so I can mention NLP, right? If I'm working with
Yeah,
chatbots now. Okay, cool.
yeah, these are actually linked. So chatbot is not a skill you have. It's something you need. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So chatbots will go under projects.
Okay. Yeah, I also have added to the project, but I'll remove it from here.
Yeah. Similarly, GitHub is not a skill. It will go
Yeah.
under link section.
Okay.
Well versed with remove the well versed with part and add these under the domain where it suits most.
Okay.
Python Django framework. Okay. If you're adding a coding language, just add the coding language. You can add the framework as a separate bullet.
Okay. Fine.
Google Workspace, you can get rid of the Google Workspace, Google Docs part because the
Okay.
companies expect you to know that.
Okay.
And also, I'm guessing you're more interested to a AI ML based role, right?
Yes, I am.
Hmm. Okay, then your rest of the resume needs to look like that. Sparks Foundation. Okay. Okay, so you need to write a bit more about your experience. Description, one liner description, what you did,
Hmm.
technologies, what all tech stack you used, and link. Any digital proof of the work you did.
Okay, so that I have added in the project section, like the project I did in this internship, second internship. So I have
Yeah.
added to the project section. So I'll
If
put it
you
over there.
if you made a project in an internship, it becomes a part of your internship experience and not project experience.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so make sure you don't have data that overlaps.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, and projects. Yeah, you need to write a bit more about it. Like highlight the technologies here, and this can be a part of the first line, second bullet. Okay, these look like good projects to me. Filter out the projects. Write only top three there. You don't need rest
sure.
of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay, volunteering. Arey, you're an MLSA. See, if you are an MLSA, na, the volunteering section will automatically fill in for you. So whatever activities you do there, keep writing it here. It's an international community. It will give you a
Yeah.
lot of people exposure.
Okay.
Half of my achievements come from that section. So education, basically. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to write it in a structured format, in an ATS friendly format. So
Yeah.
do one of those slides and write in the formats. Achievements look good. So you need structuring of your resume, very well structuring, and just get rid of some content.
Sure.
The
Do I
rest,
need to add something else? like any other section or something like that?
Not covers a lot of things because your achievements. It covers a lot of things. It's fine. If you have white spaces left, then you can add the interest block.
Okay.
Yes. Any more questions?
No,
Okay.
you actually
Anyone?
answered all my questions in the previous review, in
Oh,
Divya's review.
okay. So,
Thank you so much.
oh, you're welcome. If anyone has any other question, we can go with that.
Guys, do you have any questions? Shraddha, you were mentioning that you are sending your resume, but I have not received it. So, like, if you want to share screen and show it, you can do that, or otherwise, you can send it in just 30 seconds or something.
Yeah,
So,
I wanted to ask, as I mentioned कि मुझे इसमें भी experience था graphic design में, like
Hmm.
in mental health club में. But
Hmm.
apart from that, in my college, like second year,
Hmm.
I worked as a graphic designer in a
Hmm.
company. So can
Hmm.
I mention that too?
Yeah, sure. See, as long as you don't start anywhere, mention anything that will give you a head start, and then you'll have to
Okay.
sell yourself. कि मतलब मानो मैं रिक्रूटर हूँ, मैंने पूछ लिया आपसे कि तो डिजाइन रोल है, मैं क्यों लूँ? फिर उसको
Uh,
समझाओ कि डिजाइन क्यों इम्पोर्टेंट है डेवलपमेंट के लिए.
right.
Yeah.
Got it. Thanks.
Shraddha, I have not received it. Can you send it again, or I'll just open it from here only. You can send it in chat as well if you want.
Oh, that works.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I am 3-star at Coach Chef, so where can I include it?
Achievements.
Like, yeah?
Achievements. You can include it in your achievement section.
Okay, so should I include my Coach Chef profile also?
Yes. You can write it like 3 star at courtship, and the courtship part you can hyperlink that part.
Okay.
Uh, like I do have one question. Like you are mentioning about MLS, like you do have a lot of achievements from that.
Yeah.
So similar is the case with me too. Like, but I'm also confused that what things I should include, what thing I should not include. So what you will suggest to me?
Wait. Let me check my resume. Um, I'm just gonna share it and you understand the point. Awesome. See, so the achievements like my MVP award. Now that holds a very important position in tech community, and the program was somehow responsible for that. So I included that. Then I judged Microsoft Imagine Cup. So people actually I need to add something more here, but I've judged Microsoft Imagine Cup also, and people know what that is. So terms which are familiar with people, जहाँ पे तुम्हें cross question नहीं होगा, जहाँ पे people are like, oh my god, ये भी कर लिया. You can add things like those. Like I had the call with Satya, and what else have I done? Hackathon, Mentor, Imagine Cup. So these are terms or people जिनको सब जानते हैं. So things which will add more impact to your name, add those as achievements.
Like while you are MLSA, like you do get some sort of recommendations too from either from Sarah or Lee or someone. So how we can get those recommendations on the resume, or is it right, or like we should have it on LinkedIn only?
So the recommendation that you will get from Sarah or the program team, you'll be given that after you become a gold. And other than that, if you want a recommendation, you will have to work with them. Let's say जैसे अभी Microsoft Fabric bug bash चल रहा है.
Yeah,
So
I'm working for ambassador project, so Corey has mentioned about it, but I'm asking like, should I mention it on the resume, or like, where should be the ideal place? Like it should be on the LinkedIn, or
it should be on LinkedIn.
okay,
You can add
got
your
it.
link to LinkedIn to your resume. Because
Okay.
अभी तो you're starting out, एक दो साल में इतने सारे recommendation हो जाएंगे, उसको नहीं cover कर पाओगे.
Makes sense. Yeah, so here is the resume of Shraddha. I'm just sharing the screen. Let me know if it's visible. Yeah.
Yes, I can see it. Uh, okay. Okay, again about the about me section, remove the paragraph, write a two liner, that's it. बिकॉज देखो जितना भी अबाउट मी का पार्ट है ना वो आप रिक्रूटर को कहानी सुना सुना के खत्म कर सकते हो, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है अलग से रेज्यूमे पे. देन बेसिक मैथमेटिक्स, ओके, machine learning intern. You'll have to structure it a bit better because ये जो मशीन लर्निंग इंटर्न की कंपनी है एंड जो काम है उसके बीच में इतना बड़ा सा गैप है, वो ज़रूरत नहीं है हमें उसकी. एंड उसका ना पूरा ड्यूरेशन लिखो, लाइक जून 2023 इज व्हाट योर स्टार्ट डेट, योर एंड डेट, वो ढंग से पूरा मेंशन करो कि कब से कब तक किया आपने काम. एंड इफ यू हैव अ प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क, वेल एंड गुड. देन अच्छा अच्छा, नाउ देखो जैसे एमएल वाली में यू रोट 3 बुलेट्स, डेटा एनालिसिस में 7-8 बुलेट्स दिख रहे हैं मुझे ये. तो मेंटेन थोड़ा कंसिस्टेंसी उसमें, जितना रिक्वायर्ड है उतना कर दो, बाकी सब कुछ लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है बिकॉज यू शुड हैव समथिंग टू टॉक अबाउट. बिकॉज देयर गोना बी इंस्टेंसेस वेयर द रिक्रूटर इज गोना बी लाइक अच्छा ठीक है इतना सब आपने कर लिया, इसके अलावा क्या किया आपने, यू शुड हैव एन आंसर टू दैट. Then tools, just replay. Actually, tools is fine, but add a skills section also, अलग से, because skills section is not majorly for the recruiter, it is for the ATS. So since you're in data analysis and all of that, let's just say कि किसी की skill में requirement में SQL आ जाए and SQL या SQL ना हो resume पे, तो you'll be rejected straight away. तो एक skills section अलग से बना लो जिसमें you can just put in the technologies ताकि selection आराम से हो. Language is fine, expertise. Okay, I mean, if you've decided कि इसी field में you want the roles, then it's fine. But no, I will not recommend expertise. Keep yourself open to all roles. And so this data analysis loan prediction, are you? I mean, what is it exactly? Was it an internship? I didn't see anything in the chat.
Shraddha, are you there? I guess it's project. Yeah, project.
Project. So you need to make a separate section about project for it. Please do not mix experience and project together. उसका एक सेपरेट सेक्शन बनाओ, उसका उसको कहीं तो होस्ट किया होगा, अपने गिटहब हो गया, रेपलेट हो गया, उसकी लिंक डाल दो. And I guess that's all. And again, if you don't want to limit yourself to the 5 things you've mentioned expertise, remove that section. Do you have any questions?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So does anyone else have any questions?
Uh, if anyone have any questions, you can just ask. Otherwise, you can just brief it in just 30 seconds or something. What are the things we should include? What are the things we should not? And then we can wrap it up maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there are no questions. So major parts, headliner, whatever roles you're interested in, write that. Education, your current degree is very important. 10, 12 से उतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Projects, top 3 projects, you should know those projects well enough. Structured information, digital portfolio का अगर उसमें भी link डालना है डाल दो, but you should have some other digital link to it also. Experience, work experience slash volunteer experience, जो भी इस point पे available है वो डालो. Get an internship from internship or some other place. Once you get it उसको डाल दो. ठीक है, your internship experience counts under work experience. Achievements, same type के resume देख के people get bored. Give them something else. Give them something that makes you stand out. And certifications, because companies, they just want to see how dedicated you are to something. Hi Rohit, they just want to see how dedicated you are to something. So make sure you have certifications भी वहाँ पे. And if you have white spaces and नहीं समझ आ रहा क्या लिखे, interest लिख दो. Whatever you do, make sure कि पूरी महाभारत मत लिख देना resume पे. Important चीजें, structured चीजें, linked चीजें, that's it, you're good to go. And one trick that I said शुरू में, I'll just repeat it. जिस भी जॉब में अप्लाई कर रहे हो उसका जेडी पढ़ो, जो जो कीवर्ड्स है उनके जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन में देखो तुम्हारे रिज्यूमे में है या नहीं है, बिकॉज एटीएस वहीं से निकलेगा. उसके बाद क्या होता है इट्स ऑन यू, बट वो एटीएस निकल जाएगा.
Okay, Rohit is here. Rohit, hi Rohit, are you there? So Rohit is
Hi,
also
hi. Yeah.
MVP and
Uh,
he is also Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. So do you want to give some tips to the folks who are here?
Nothing here. I think Arpita has covered it all. I joined the session before in between two times. So I saw Arpita giving a brief on the presentation, then covering Novo resume, and then take reviewing resumes. So I think she already did a commendable job there. Um, Although I have nothing to add here, but yeah, resume is like something that describes you in front of your of the recruiters. It's your only chance to pitch yourself, because if your resume isn't shortlisted, then you are technically not applicable to apply for the job further. So do note, I think you all have taken a note of all the tips that Arpita has covered here. So just note it down and improve your resumes to the best. That's all I have.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Like, yeah, we literally smiled when you entered in the meeting. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. So for everyone like who wants to get connect with Arpita, if you have any further doubts, I'm just sharing the link, and you can also schedule a call with her for by just clicking on that document ID. So she can guide you one on one too. So yeah, this is the LinkedIn and the document. Yeah, if anyone wants to share anything, they can. Otherwise, we can repeat. Cool. So how many of you like Dhanisha, Rishabh, Divya, and Shraddha will by when you will be updating your resumes now?
Just after the beat.
Okay, cool, cool. Uh,
Mm,
uh, Arpita, do you have some more time because someone has sent the link now? Uh,
I'll check it.
it's the just PDF of the LinkedIn. पता नहीं. Do you want to review it?
Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I know how pressurizing it is to get an internship and all of that. You folks can see my screen right now.
Yes,
Yes,
it
ma'am.
is visible.
Okay. Um, we don't need this profile section here. If you're adding the profile section, add it role specific or tech specific. This leader team, it can go under achievements. You can write it as college fest head, and then you can add one liner description to it. Education. Mention the month here, and again break it down. So बीटेक एक लाइन में, दूसरी लाइन में डिग्री, थर्ड लाइन में कॉलेज, ऐसे उसको ब्रेक करो. विश्वकर्मा, I have a friend from that college. Nice. Courses. The courses part is not actually important. So if you can replace courses with projects, like जो भी आपने कोर्स किया उससे रिलेटेड एक प्रोजेक्ट बना दो और उसको डाल दो, that would make more sense. Extra curricular is fine. ठीक है. Skills. Uh, okay, so again, the recruiter expects you to have communication skills, teamwork skills, and all of that. When we say skills, we want, like, the companies, they want specific skills, like कौन सा C++ हो गया, Python हो गया, या जो भी आपका domain हुआ उस domain का skill हो गया. So add the technology there. Languages is just remove this metric. It's not required. It's good that you can communicate in three languages. That's all they want. वरना ज़्यादातर इंग्लिश में ही होना जो होना है. Hobbies is good. इसको भी bullets में कर दो. Make everything in bullets. Links. Okay. Details. The address is not really needed. हटा दो उसे वहाँ से. Date of birth, place, and all of that is also not needed. Nationality रख सकते हो. Why is internship written here?
He
This one.
has made the resume from LinkedIn itself maybe.
अरे भाई ये सब मत करो.
Directly जो LinkedIn से बनता है ना.
Don't do me.
Because the title is, yeah, Bhushan, can you just confirm it if I'm wrong?
Yes, sir.
Like, have you converted your LinkedIn profile into your resume?
No, I have just used AI, which helps a kind of
Okay.
resume
Don't do
data.
that. बिकॉज यू नो जैसे अभी ना ये बहुत मैंने इतनी सारी चेंजेस बता दी आपको इसमें कि जैसे प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं है, एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, कोर्सेज रेलेवेंट नहीं है. आई मीन कोर्सेज आर गुड, इट्स गुड यू डिड कोर्सेज, बट उसको अलग से ऐसे लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. सिमिलरली विद ऑल योर डिटेल्स, नो वन केयर्स. एंड व्हेन आई से नो वन आई मीन द कंपनीज, दे लिटरली डू नॉट केयर. उनको रिलोकेट करवाना होगा वो कहीं भी फेंक देंगे. So it doesn't matter इन चीज़ों में, ठीक है? Okay. So make a new resume from scratch using one of an overleaf या nova resume, and उसमें जो important factors होते हैं, जो projects experience है, उन चीज़ों को ना word by word खुद fill करो and metrics से fill करो. This one is I'm not sure if it would be beneficial as well.
Uh, yeah. Bhushan, I guess. Do you have any questions?
No, the positions I will take care of that.
Okay. Cool. I guess it's all. Arpita, do you have any other points to add? Or?
No, that's all from my side. Oh, you see a jinx. Okay. No,
Okay.
that's all from my side. All the best for your placement season. It gets tough, but it gets better also.
Yeah. So yeah, Rohit sir, do you wanna give some advice? The ending note.
Uh, no, I don't have anything to add here. Just be focused during this whole placement season because you will see a lot of new faces there. You will get a lot of challenges along the way, but be focused, be patient, and hopefully things will turn out for the good. So, yeah, all the best to all of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much, both of you, to join in and telling us patiently reviewing everyone's resume and uh, giving them advices and everything. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Can we have some reaction or something? Yeah. Someone. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of
Nice. Nice.
reaction.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I will just put the link of Arpita's and Rohit's LinkedIn again, so you can just reach out to them. Here is the Rohit's LinkedIn, and here it's Arpita's. So yeah, cool. So yeah, we can end it maybe, and let's have such sessions more in future maybe. So yeah, cool. Thank you so much everyone for joining in.
Bye bye.
See ya. Bye. Bye.